Hey there. I hope all of you are well. Today, I want to talk to you about trying to fix yesterday and how trying to fix yesterday keeps us being stuck and prevents us from truly loving ourselves. You might be asking, well, what do you mean by trying to fix yesterday? And the best way I can describe it is to talk about myself and as an example. There were times in my past, and even sometimes in the recent past, when I encountered situations that didn't transpire or end the way I was hoping that it would be, that they would. And as a result, I wasn't happy with my actions. I wasn't happy with the final decision. I wasn't happy with my part in what happened at all. And because I wasn't happy with the way it transpired, I was often unhappy with myself. And I would start beating myself up over and over again. And I found myself replaying that situation in my mind, saying, if it happened again, or if I was back in that situation, this is what I'll do. And I'll say this. And it'll be different this time because I'll be ready and I'll be prepared. I'll have a new action plan, which will guarantee my success. And this is especially true, I found out for me anyway, that I will replay those scenarios, those situations in my mind when something happened that was out of my control, that I had nothing to do with it. It was all somebody else imposing whatever it is on me. It made me feel just helpless sometimes, and there was no control and nothing I could do about it. And that led to me not responding the way I wanted to respond, or caught me off guard, and it just took me completely out of the picture, making me feel helpless in what I did, said, and how I felt about it. But the problem with replaying situations in our mind is we're never going to have the opportunity to go back to yesterday to fix it. Yesterday is gone. And regardless of how much we dislike what happened yesterday, I can't bring it back. I can't bring that situation back and fix it. I can't bring it back and apply the thoughts and the game plan and the strategy that's going on in my mind after it happened. I can't apply it to that situation because yesterday is gone. And intellectually, we know that yesterday's gone. We know that there's nothing we can do about it, but it doesn't stop me from wishing I had the opportunity for it to happen again so I can do it differently. And the danger with that is, with trying to fix a situation from our past, it keeps us stuck. It keeps me stuck, or it kept me stuck in the past. And there are several dangers with doing that. And there are several reasons why we need to stop trying to relive a situation or bring it back. Because even if the same situation happens now, or if it happens in the near future, how we will respond, or how I will respond, even if it happened right now, it's still going to be different from what I did yesterday. And especially if it was a situation that caught me off guard, because I'm not, even though I'm replaying it in my mind, when that situation happens, I'm not going to have time to say, oh, what did I say I would do? Oh, yeah, I said I'm going to do this, or I'm going to do that. It's still gonna get me off guard. I might be prepared to handle it better than I did then, but I'm not gonna have the opportunity to implement what I wanted to do back then into today, if you understand what I mean. And I want to give some reasons why we need to stop trying to fix yesterday. First, it keeps us stuck in the past. Every time I dwelt on that situation from yesterday and wanted to make it better, I was in yesterday. I wasn't living in the present and I wasn't focusing on the future. I was living in yesterday. And we can't grow if we're always in the past. Secondly, those emotional wounds can't heal. If whenever I thought about it, whenever I tried to relive, and whenever I tried to fix it, I was opening up those wounds again. So I was depriving myself of the opportunity to heal. And that just kept me in that same space. Thirdly, it prevents us from learning the lessons that the experience of dealing with that situation taught us. Even though I didn't like the way it ended, I didn't like what happened, when I was able to step back and look at it from a different perspective, I did learn something. Even if it's you learn what to do so the next time that happens, you can be better prepared for it. I might not be able to do what I wanted to. My actions and my strategy is going to be different, but I learned something from that experience, regardless of how painful it was. And by trying to go back to yesterday to fix it, it stopped me. It's blocking me from seeing the lesson. And that lesson will make my life better. And lastly, it stops us from fully loving ourselves the way that we should, because we're beating ourselves up, or I was beating myself up each time I thought about, why didn't you do this? Why did you let that happen? How come you didn't say this? You need to be quicker on your feet, and just beating myself up constantly with these negative thoughts and these negative words. And by beating myself up and being negative, it was preventing me from saying, you know what, Aura? It happened. It was unfortunate, but there's nothing you can do about it, especially because it was out of your control. You had no part, you played no part in it. It was something that was done to you. Learn to heal, move on, and let it go. And learn to love yourself. Know that there are situations that just are out of your control. And that by thinking about the past and trying to go fix it, I stopped myself from loving myself, for forgiving myself, and being able to move on. And so those are just 5 reasons that when we're constantly trying to fix yesterday, trying to go back and make it better, and just, I'm going to do this right this time, it keeps us living in yesterday. And that's not a good place to be. If your goal is to live the best life that you can live, if your goal is to heal, if your goal is to elevate your self-esteem and develop your courage, living in yesterday is going to prevent you from doing all these things. I'm Aura Cook. For those who might be viewing this for the first time, I'm an empowerment and mindset coach. I help women heal, develop, and improve their self esteem and their courage so that they could go and live the best life they can live. I'm here to help you, to walk you through this. If you need help in this area or any area of developing yourself and healing and living your best life, reach out to me. And also, if you know somebody who could benefit from this video, please share it with them. Until next time, be blessed.